Welcome back, YouTube. I love being here. And of course, I hope you're having a great day. Today's the big day. Today is the monster day. It is huge, as they would say, with the Fed. They could change everything. Now, they could go out there and cut by 50 basis points. I don't think so. They could cut by 25 basis points. Everybody thinks so. Or they could not cut at all, which I don't think there's a chance out there at all that that would even happen. But we're going to see everything start to change in a good way. In other words, as they lower rates from the Fed, and you may say, what do I care, Mo? I don't care about none of it. You do, because it's the rates of the Fed kind of directly affect the rates that we all pay for mortgages, car loans, credit cards, all that, and the other things. So if you want your credit interest to go lower, then you want the Fed to cut. And of course, for those trying to refinance or buy a home or any of that, we need these rates to come down. And more importantly, if we continue to see a deterioration in the job claims, and the jobless claims, and the unemployment, and all that, you better hope they start lowering rates. And you got to ask yourself, what's the biggest part of what the Fed does? Is it the jobs to keep that solid, or is it the inflation? And they have a dual mandate, and they're supposed to keep them both. You know, the inflation around 2%, jobs really solid. Which one do you let go if you can only save one? And what was that one? You know, it's not a good situation. Let's just put it that way. It's not good. And they had to face that. I think it was during the 70s. I can't remember what the guy's name was who had to deal with that for the Fed, but it was a bad situation. We don't want to get in that situation. I don't think we have to. But we got a lot to talk about in this. I'm going to update the portfolio for you. I'm going to show you that in this video. More importantly, folks, man, it was wildfire for those who got in, man. A lot of people got in. If you did not get into the Discord, we had the 50% off back. It is back. Code MOON. MOON spells moon. That's from one of my favorite shows. I think it was called The Stand. I love that. Right here, $25. You get it. It's normally 50% off. You can put in code MOON to take it down to 25, but it should be automatic. The earner tier 2 is what you want. I did a live stream trading yesterday. It was awesome. I ended up making 300 and something bucks live stream trading, which was a lot of fun. I'll show you. I got that up here. Yeah, I'll move my face so you can see it. Yeah, so I was live stream trading. These are the trades I made. Basically, I don't day trade often. I kind of went over why. It just doesn't appeal to me. Even though I'm really, really, really good at it and hitting a roughly 83% win on the days doing it, live on camera, talking on camera. It's a real slow moving thing, in other words, you might only get 1 to 2 good trades in a day, and you could sit there all day and you might get 1 to 2 good trades. In some days you don't get any, and I mean really good trade. I'm talking the setup's perfect, everything's perfect, and you go for it. And even then, you're going to have 1 or 2 out of 5 that don't pan out. But the ones that pan out, boy, they pan out nice. And so for me, I like to spend time researching and everything else. But I'm going to continue to do it. Don't worry, folks. I'm not telling you I'm not doing it. Every Tuesday and Thursday normally. And we have done it a lot of times. And like I said, we're hitting about 83% overall, which is fantastic. Next on the list, though, before I get into everything, make sure you guys, the third link down below right here, you guys see that Mumu link? Absolutely fire. This is one of the best promos I've ever seen them do. And they have the deposit 100 or more. They got NVIDIA stock 20, 2,000 or more, the 50 and 100 in cash rewards. So they got some really good promos here, plus the 8.1% APY on uninvested cash. You can read about that there. All of it and more. And you got to use my link, though. This is an exclusive deal they did for me, which I really appreciate that, Mumu. I know you guys are out there watching. My viewers appreciate it. But if you guys have not taken advantage of it, you're going to want to take advantage of it. Now, we're on to the last thing. We got the Fed today. I'm not expecting a lot of motion until the Fed kind of comes out and does their thing. I looked at, and I kind of showed everybody this. I'll show you guys this again, though. This is Ethereum, right? So you go up to Ethereum and you look at where we are in terms of the run from low to high. over this. So we got here and we just ran like a champ. Look where we came down at. And we're seeing strong strength at the 50%. But look where it got down to. It hit the 61.8 and bounced back up now. And so I'm hoping the 50% holds here and we start to move back up. The Fed's going to have a lot to do with this. If the Fed comes out and talks very dovish and they're going to cut and you start to see this start to move up because the riskier assets start to get a little bit of love. Now you're seeing a sell the news into the week before the Fed meeting. Keep that in mind. We'll keep that in mind for the next Fed meeting, see if it's the same or not. But right now, Ethereum continues to hold strong. Big move up, big move down, big move up, big move down, big move up, and you're seeing a big move down. How low does it go? Well, what do you notice about these big moves? New higher low, and I am expecting a new higher low. That is my opinion on this, and I can't tell you if that's going to be the way it is. I am watching this. It could, if you start connecting dots and stuff, it could, as you see, it could come all the way down into this zone. Anything under here is what would make me nervous to the point of possibly reducing my exposure. But if you look at these lines of where they're at, this would be all the way down at that 4,300, which is not bad, 4,350. It's not that bad from where I'm at. And so I just wanted to give you an idea of what I'm watching, and we'll see how this goes for Ethereum. Now we're going to look at XRP, but before I do, let's pull up the portfolio from yesterday. For everybody, I had somebody out there, oh, he lost money, didn't show it. Guys, I made money. I was up almost $9,000 yesterday. I am the most transparent person out here. And it's incredible in terms of me showing exactly what I'm doing. Nothing was done yesterday. Somehow I got $32, so probably got a payment from one of these stocks or something in a dividend form. But I got, hey, $32, I'll take it. And and so yesterday you can see the stocks I have. Amazon bouncing back a little bit. Baba just freaking killing it for me. Remember, I brought this to you guys, and I even said, hey, I added Baba on, and you got, boom, 50,000. It's now 72,000 and under, I think it's like a month, maybe 2 months. So 40% gain for everybody who listened. LHX is another big one that's been really good. 64% on NVIDIA. I think anybody could have picked that one. And Rocket's one that I'm playing for the longer term here. So I doubled up on this. I have another account with 100,000 in it. So I have 200,000 in that one. So far, so good. But I'd like to see that run like 20, 30, 40% up as well. So we'll see. Bitcoin, though, this is the one doing well today. Guys, I got it all the way up to, you can see it, maybe 2,800. Ethereum, blah, nothing really. And still down there overall on the Ethereum. The Solana, look at this, $4,000, the big winner, and I only have 47,000 in. So, and then you go down to, let's see, XRP, there you go, 2,600. So you put it all together, not a bad day today. We started at 2,231, now up 200 and, what do we got, 237,000 live here in the last 8 weeks. We'll see if we can push it up to 300,000 up by the end of September. Wouldn't that be good going into Q4 being up like that? It would be incredible. So that's what I'm watching for. Now, remember, the Fed, let's just take a look. They are 100% priced in at cutting at least 25 basis points. The odds of cutting 50 basis points, 4%, roughly 4%. So if they meet 25 times, one time they shock the world and they cut 50 basis points. Could this be the one? Could we have people, and this is going to be my opinion, ready? I think what you're going to see is you're going to see a couple people, maybe 2 to 3, say we should cut 50 basis points. Now, they're going to cut 25 basis points, but you're going to have dissenters. And I think you're going to have 2 to 3 dissenters saying we should have cut 50, putting the pressure on the Fed. And they're usually unanimous. And that, I don't know if that'll scare the market or absolutely make people in long-term bonds and treasuries, like myself, excited about that. You know, I put my money where my mouth is. I went in there and I bought some TMF here, which is a triple leverage, high risk. It could end up costing me a lot of money, but I got into this week, and obviously, or last week, late last week, and I'm up 1,400 so far, but I'd like to make a lot more. And so that's a really, really dangerous. It's a TLT, but times 3. And there's a massive decay on that, and it's kind of a short-term play. It's not meant for holding long-term, but I'm doing a little bit of an experiment, so we're going to see how this thing works out. Between the two, I basically got 700,000 worth of 20-year plus or leveraged with it. So, yeah, so that's what we're looking at there. Now let's get to the XRP, because I do want to show you this. It was actually up today. or yesterday as I was talking about it. You can see a beautiful down to the 13 EMA, pushed back. Oh, the next day it opened right here, pushed down, and then the bulls pushed this thing all the way up, and we had a really nice engulfing candle here. So now we're on to today, and I'm not expecting a lot today until the Fed talks. Once the Fed talks, these candles are going to go nuts. What you're going to see now is a little bit up, a little bit down, or those who know starting to make moves before us who don't know, and all of a sudden the candles start to get affected. Right now, I'm loving what I'm seeing here. So you have this massive push up, a little bit of a sell-off down, bounces kind of off the 50 here, back up, 13's acting as support. And what we want to see is a nice, and we got a finishing candle above the 5 EMA, and then we want to see a nice opening, closing candle, and there's your line in the sand right there, folks. That what do I have there? About 307? Yeah. I told you I want to be above $3. Above $3 makes me happy, go lucky, and that's good. Right here is a resistance that we did confirm above, but we confirmed above with a shooting star, which did push us down. And now I'm waiting to see if we can push back up. There you go. That's your XRP news. That's kind of what I'm looking at. Solana, remember I got Solana, guys. And Solana just keeps doing what Solana wants. Look at this thing. Oh, we drop, then it's up. Then we drop, and it's up. Then we go to a new higher high. Then we're down, down, down. New higher high. So I'm going to wait and see how this thing does. Obviously, it's been hitting this 13 EMA a lot and then bouncing up. So I'm not going to be shocked if it does come down there. But right now, it's on fire, man. Like Solana, and you guys know I got the big ones, which is Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, and XRP. They're my 4 horsemen of my portfolio for crypto. I love it. I'm actually thinking about throwing on a 5th horseman. I don't know, man. Doge might make the list. I like these ETFs, and I like the ETF strategies you're seeing out there. I like just buying the spot ETFs, though, and just riding it and letting them buy, and pushing the prices higher. And then I can take my profit and walk away. Yeah, and so I am watching all of this, and we'll see how it goes. But I'm pretty pumped right now from what we're seeing. I think the last one, did I show you Bitcoin? I don't think I did. Let's get in there and look at Bitcoin. Remember what I told you right here a couple of days ago? I told you, I drew this, and I said I'm expecting a Stockmo unicorn. We had the confirmation, or not the confirmation, we did have the confirmation above the 50, and now we're consolidating. I said, this is exactly, I'll leave it here. And right here, we had, and this was, I drew this back here, and now we had the first candle. Now we're going to the Fed day today, and I'm expecting this soon. So I'm going to let this here, let this see if this ages well or ages horribly. The Fed's really going to have a direct effect on this, though. Remember what happened last time the Fed talked about doing something special? The cryptos went through the moon. And so I am expecting that. Speaking of Moon, though, folks, if you haven't done it, code MOON to get into the Discord. I'll be live trading tomorrow. I like to have fun on Thursdays. I go a little bit more aggressive. And it's a private live stream only in the Discord. Yeah, code MOON saves you 50%, or it should be automatic at $25 at checkout. It's for a limited time. Get in there. And if you don't, well, then, you know, it's up to you. Second link is to the framework. That is always there. Boom, there's spots open for you to learn have me teach you for an hour on the framework of my technical analysis. And then third, but not least, of course, is the Mumu. Take advantage of this. This is actually expiring in, I think, a week. I think 1 week. I think you got 1 week left for this. So check it out. Take advantage of that today. All right, folks, that's the update I got for you. I appreciate you stopping by. I will see you in the Discord.